Hey guys, this is a classic and fun TFL big versus small video because, as you know, we just bought this Ford F-250 with the big boy 7.3 liter for $55,000. Now that's a lot of money, but you get a lot of truck. Literally, you get a lot of truck. But we also bought another truck, a much smaller truck that Tommy has right now in the parking lot across the street. And guess what? We paid exactly $55,000 for it as well. So coming up right now, we're going to compare this big boy truck to Tommy's much smaller truck to see what you get. $55K is a lot of money, especially for what once upon a time was a working truck. I mean, this is the XLT, it's not the King Ranch, it's not the Limited, it's not even the Platinum. I mean, it's basically a truck with a plastic steering wheel. But if you do the math, this truck weighs 7,000 pounds. So per $1,000, you're getting a lot of metal and plastic for your money. So if you haven't figured out by now what truck we bought for $55K that is much smaller than this one, well, you're about to find out. Tommy, you mean we traded in our white Wrangler for a beige Gladiator?
But it's not beige, first of all, it's Gobi. And second of all, yes, look how cool this is. This is a brand new 2020 Jeep Gladiator pickup truck.
Yeah, but dude, it's $55,000. It's a little tiny truck as compared to this big boy truck.
Yeah, but it's better in so many ways.
All right, well, I'm gonna prove that this is a much better truck the only way I know how, Tommy. You know what that is?
How?
We're gonna do a tug of war at the end of this video. So in this video, we're gonna let you guys decide which truck you would buy for $55,000. First, Tommy's gonna introduce the brand new Gladiator. By the way, we're calling it Gobi Glad because, well, it's Gobi colored and it's a Gladiator, and make his case for why $55,000 for such a small truck is worth your hard-earned dollars. And then I'll make a case for this truck, and you let us know in the comments below which one you would buy. And at the very end of this video, we're gonna do a tug of war because we can.
Granted, $55,000 is a lot of money for a midsizer, but the Gladiator isn't just a midsize pickup truck. First and foremost, it's a Jeep, it's also a luxury vehicle, and it's surprisingly capable. The Jeep Gladiator is, in my opinion, the single best off-road truck in the entire land. 11.1 inches of ground clearance, skid plates, front, center, rear, and rock rails along the side. It's got the only Dana 44 front and rear axles in its class. It also has the only sway bar disconnect in its class. Plus, it just has all the tech you need to really hit the trails.
All right, Dana 44s, they're cool, but this truck also has solid axles that probably, no, definitely make those Danas look like toothpicks. Skid plates, I got them. The only thing I don't have in this truck is a locking front diff.
Well, what about this thing? What is this horrible thing? Ah! Well, what is that? That's awful.
That is an air dam that we will soon replace with the one from the Tremor. What's that old saying? There's no replacement for displacement? Well, this truck has it. 7.3 liters. This is an old school, new big block V8 that puts out, well, probably twice as much horsepower and 14 times as much torque as that puny little V6 in the Gladiator.
The Gladiator has a 3.6 liter Pentastar V6, and yes, it only develops 260 pound-feet of torque, whereas the Ford develops 475. But this is a very good engine. It's very proven. I mean, they've been building this engine for 7-8 years now. It's used in everything from the Challenger to the Grand Cherokee to the Grand Caravan to the Gladiator. It's a workhorse of an engine. That 7.3 is impressive. It's a big block, but it's brand new. And do you really want to be the guinea pig to go out there and buy a brand new engine and be the one to find all the issues? The Pentastar, we know it works, we know it's reliable. The cool thing about the Gladiator is that while everything may be smaller than the Super Duty, there's a lot of stuff that's just higher quality. Let's take, for example, the suspension. Now, the Gladiator Rubicon has Fox shocks 2 inches in diameter, but it's more than that. I mean, take a look down the side of the Gladiator. You've got these big steel girders, rock rails in the side, and also down here in the back. The Super Duty just has plastic running boards.
Connie brought up an interesting number, 2 as in 2-inch Fox shocks. Let me bring up some bigger numbers, as in almost 15,000 pounds of towing capability in this truck. In perspective, that means that you could put 2 of these Gladiators on a trailer and this truck could tow it. The Gladiator has 7,000 pounds of towing capability, which is exactly how much this weighs. So you really couldn't even tow this truck, because if you add the weight of the trailer, you're over capability, and that's what you're paying for. $55K gets you a boatload of capability.
Now, granted, the Gladiator tows less than half of what the F-250 can tow, but I would argue 7,000 pounds is more than enough than the vast majority of you guys out there tow on a regular basis. So it's not an F-250, but it's also not just a regular Wrangler.
Hey, so if it's not about towing, what about payload, Tommy? Let's talk about how much it can actually haul.
1250?
You know how much that can haul?
1260?
No, 3,000.
Oh.
Once again, more than twice the payload of this baby truck. Ha! Need I say more?
So yes, I know it looks like the Gladiator's losing in terms of capability, which is somewhat true unless you're off-road, but the Gladiator has one party piece that makes it the only truck for sale in the US that allows you to have this much fun. And I'm talking, of course, about the removable top, because in the Jeep Gladiator, these panels come off, the whole rear portion comes off, the doors come off, the windshield folds down. It doesn't get any more fun than in a new Jeep Gladiator. And then we get to the part that bugs me the most about the $55,000 price tag of the F-250, and that's the interior, which is, let's put it politely and call it cost-cutting, such as this, and this, and this, and the steering wheel, and then we get to the door panel, which has an edge here that is sharp enough to cut bologna. Like, what happened? Did they forget to shave this down? This is pretty unacceptable for a $55,000 vehicle.
All right, so there's a little bit of cost cutting in the Ford, but to be fair, it's a work truck. And work trucks aren't supposed to be luxurious, they're supposed to be functional. The other thing that there's a lot of in the Ford is actually room. Let me show you. So yeah, sure, there are things like cloth seats, and I'm missing pretty much anything that's heated. But what I do have, which is brilliant, is just tons of room. Look at this. You could drive across country in the back seat of this and be as comfortable as you are sitting at home watching the next episode of The Witcher.
All right, Dad, let's do a quick feature showdown here. Do you have heated seats?
No.
Heated steering wheel?
No.
Automatic climate control?
Nope.
Push button start?
No way.
Keyless entry?
No way. What do you... Okay, let me keep going down my list here. Do you have dual batteries?
Dual? No.
Do you have dual alternators?
What are you, driving a Tesla? What do you need with all that power?
Do you have a 10-speed?
No, but I have 8.
Need I say more?
Yes, you do need to say more. Do you have an 8.4-inch radio system?
No way.
Do you have navigation?
Yeah, in my phone.
Okay.
In my phone.
Whatever.
I think a better way to solve this, Tommy, is the old-fashioned way with the Tug of War. What do you say?
But yours is bigger and heavier and more powerful.
That's why we're doing a Tug of War. You know this truck weighs like 2,000 pounds more.
Yeah, but this weighs exactly 5,080 pounds because we weighed it, but I've got my diffs locked, low range. How about you?
I'm in low range, diff lock, ready to go.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1, tow. Oh, that is, come on, Jeep. Okay, well, that did not go well.
That went pretty much as expected, Tommy.
I was hoping that these good tires and the four-wheel drive with the front blocker would help me out, but...
All right, hold on. I'm in neutral. See if you can even pull me.
Okay.
I'm in neutral.
I'm in drive.
Oh, you're pulling me. All right, now I'm putting my brakes on now. Let's see if you can pull me with my brakes on.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, go. That's with the brakes on.
Nope.
All right, let me try the same thing. You put your brakes on, okay?
Okay, my brakes are on.
And your brakes on? All right, here we go.
Oh, shoot.
All right.
Weight and traction. That's how you win a tug of war.
Exactly, weight and traction. All right, Tommy, that went pretty much as expected, right?
Yeah, even with my 2 lockers and my all-terrains, I just wait, huh?
You know, I started this video up by saying you get a lot more metal for your money when you get with a Super Duty.
Yeah, but you get a lot more fun for your money with the Gladiator.
And that's really the crux of it, guys. Is it functionality or fun? Let us know in the comments below if you had 55K, which of these two you would get. Or maybe you do have 55K, which one did you get? As always, this is Roman.
And Tommy, head over to tfltruck.com for the latest and greatest in
news, views, and of course, real world tug of war reviews. See you guys next time. Ciao.
Ciao.